Welcome back to Classic Firearms. I'm Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about the Glock Range Kit that you can find anywhere from $19.99 to $29.99. I know a place where you can find them for $19.99. Moving on. Actually, hold on. All right. Everything's out on the table. So what do you have here? You have everything you're going to need for the range. And what's really nice about this is if someone's a first-time gun buyer, or if someone just needs new range accessories in general, this is a really good inexpensive kit to get that gets them started, especially if they're first time into gun ownership. So let's talk about what we have here. We have over-ear protection, which is always a good thing to have. And most of your ranges will actually require this. And as I put these on, these are really, really good. They have a reduction of 25 decibels, which is quite nice. And we'll take those off. I can hear myself a little better now. You also are going to get ear plugs and a little case that goes with them that has the Glock logo on it. Now, these are going to be, you can either double up. So depending on what you're doing, like if you're shooting, for example, on an indoor range, it's quite loud if you're shooting 5.56 with a compensator or something along those lines of any type, or just a 9mm with a comp. It's usually quite loud. So you can either double up by putting these in your ears. You wrap them around the back of your neck and then you put them in your ears, the little foamies, and then you can put these on over them, or you can just use these in general. These have a 35 decibel decrease, which is a really nice thing as well. Now, along with that, you're also going to get a pair of clear eye protection with polycarbonate lenses. So these are quite flexible. So if you are somebody who has a small or large head, these are going to adjust pretty much to whatever you're going to need. I have a little bit of a small head, and they are just fine. Clears are great, especially if you're shooting outdoors, because you can see as the night starts to fall, things get a little dimmer, you can see the target very clearly. Or heck, if you're just in competitions, it is always nice to see things a little bit better. All right, moving on. You are going to get a little pouch for your Glock glasses as well. These don't have the Glock branding on them, but they got you covered because your glasses do have a case that you can use that have the Glock logo on them. And then you're also gonna get a little holder for your ears as well. So if you wanted to mount them somewhere, you absolutely have that option. So now let's dive in just a little bit farther into each of these. The foamies are foamies. They have a wire strap that goes around the back. It's plastic, not wire. And then of course they have that case. So I don't think I really need to dive into that too far. Now, what the real magic here is these are very large cups for your ears. So they are also very dampening. So because these are larger, you are going to get a really good sound dampening out of them. And they do seal quite nicely. If you push in on your ear, you can actually feel a little bit of that suction cup kind of feel, which is good because it's going to keep the sound out. However, they are large, so just keep that in mind. Depending on what you're shooting, for a pistol, these are great. For a rifle, these will work, but you may be butting up on your stock or brace, depending on which rifle you're shooting, so just keep that in mind. That's why they have the foamies. Now for the glasses, I actually misspoke. They do actually have the Glock logo. It was just tiny enough for me not to see it at first. So on the left and the right side, you do have a little bit of a Glock logo. They do also have rubber pieces right on the portion that would actually clamp onto the back of your head. This is going to be more comfortable, so that way they don't necessarily dig in and leave marks. That's just good if you're going to have a long range session. They do also have rubber nose piece here. So some glasses, some of the less expensive, the more bargain or deal-oriented eye protection are just going to have plastic right here, and that gets uncomfortable after a little bit. These do have a nice actual, I believe it is rubber. It is. It is a nice little rubber nose cone there. So you can actually feel, they're actually really quite light too. But you're going to be able to leave these on for quite a long time, and then the ear protection on top of that. Now, one thing I did notice about these glasses is that they do have a bit of a thinner section right here, and I'm going to try and get you some B-roll because I don't think you're going to be able to see this super well just with me showing it to you. But it's thicker here, a little bit thicker here, and then kind of thinner right in the middle. What's nice about that is when you put on your ears, your over-ear ear protection, it creates a nice seal. When you put on your eye protection and then put on your ear protection, it slightly breaks that seal. So having a little bit thinner portions in that middle arm of your eyes is quite nice and allows the seal to still be quite effective. that's something that not a lot of manufacturers get right. I have experienced that quite a few times coming from somebody who's put quite a few rounds downrange. With that being said, that's everything I have for you today. If you have any experiences with the Glock Range Kit, let me know. Are you that big of a Glock fan? Did you go get that Glock bag that we recently did a video on, and then are also gonna get someone a stocking stuffer with the Glock Range Kit? Leave a review down below because I would love to see your comments. These are not only good gifts and stocking stuffers for people, these are also gonna be great just everyday use, or even that seldom use if you only go out to the range every maybe 6 months or so. So no matter your scenario, these will get the job done. So God bless, stay safe. It is time to end. Now, I'm gonna go to the range.